Hello. So in Minecraft, there's a lot of buttons. We have buttons to walk in any direction, jump, and sneak. We have buttons to break and place blocks, open your inventory, and many more. But when looking at this big list of keybinds, I couldn't help but think, how many of those are truly necessary in order to beat the game on a random seed? Well, let's figure it out. But first, let's quickly set the rules for this challenge. The goal of this challenge will simply be to beat the game with the least amount of actions bound to a key in the Controls tab. We will start with all of the keybinds disabled and only add more keys whenever we're completely stuck, until we find the minimum amount of keybinds required. And that's basically all there is to say, so we unbind all of the keys, start a brand new world, and let's get going. Help? Surprisingly enough, we can't really do much with all of the keybinds disabled. We can scroll through our empty hotbar with the scroll wheel, and we can press escape to pause the game. And that's about it. So we're gonna have to set 1 or 2 buttons right off the bat. But we have to think far ahead to make sure we don't get stuck later on. Right away, there's one button that seems pretty obvious, the interact button. Since we're playing on a random seed, we will reach a point where we need to place eyes in the end portal, and if we don't have the button to interact, we simply won't be able to do that, preventing us from entering the end. On top of that, we're also going to need this button to make the nether portal and to access a crafting menu to craft the Eyes of Ender. And it also has a ton of other uses. We can use it to place blocks, trade villagers, eat food, use a bow, and many more things. So we will have to set this button. But as you can see, we're still stuck. Being able to place blocks is nice, but we don't have any blocks right now, and we're kinda stuck here in the middle of nowhere. So before being able to do anything, we need to set a second key, and I chose to set a key to move forward. Now, you might be thinking, hey, you already beat the game without moving, so it's not a necessary key, right? Well, yes and no. In my no moving challenge, I had access to the digging button to dig some trees, and also to the inventory button to make a crafting table and craft some boats. And that's how I was able to move around the world without a movement key. However, in our context, we can't dig anything, and even if we chose to activate the dig button instead, we don't have access to a crafting menu, so we would still be stuck. Which is why we're gonna go with the forward key instead. And now that we have those 2 buttons, we can finally start playing the game. We start moving around to try to find interesting stuff, but since we don't have access to the jump button, we can't climb blocks for now. So basically the only place we can travel through is the ocean. Thankfully, oceans have a bunch of shipwrecks and we can freely loot some materials in them, as well as a bit of food, and we even find some TNT in there, which will be very useful later on. Now, we could continue looting shipwrecks all day, but to really unlock the rest of the game, we need to find a structure with a crafting table, so we can start crafting some items like slabs to climb up blocks. So after swimming through the ocean for about 20 minutes, we end up finding a desert village on the shore. Now, since we still can't climb blocks, we only have access to a very small part of the village for now. But we can still do 2 things. We can use the villager trading menu to sort our inventory, and we can use a bed to set our spawn point. Okay. Unfortunately though, there aren't any crafting tables in the few houses we have access to, and if we want to check if the other houses have a crafting table in them, we're gonna need to use slabs or stairs to climb up there. The problem is, in order to get some slabs or stairs, we have to craft them. Or maybe we don't. I noticed there was a bunch of stairs near the crops, so if we could get a bunch of creepers to explode here, maybe we could get enough stairs to climb to the rest of the village. So I waited for the night and started farming for stairs. I'm not gonna have to bring a creeper all the way from here, am I? Oh my god. He's so slow. Oh my god, I didn't get a single stair! And it's daytime! I'm just gonna wait for the night here and do some video editing. Okay, we're back. Creeper spotted. Please give me stairs. I think I saw a stair. Never mind, it's sand. Oh no. Okay, I think that's good. Let's take a look at what we got. We got one stair. This is gonna take forever. Creeper, give me some blocks, please. I'm stuck. I'm actually stuck. I can't get out. I'm just gonna wait. So at this point, I decided to just wait there until a mob kills me so I can continue the run. However, after night and day and night again, not a single mob attacked me. That's because hostile mobs can't spawn too close to the player, and on top of that, villages are pretty well lit up, and the area just behind me is an ocean, so the monsters that ended up spawning were just too far away to target me. But after 2 whole day-night cycles of waiting in this hole like an idiot, I realized I was in range to place blocks against these crops, so I just placed 3 blocks of moss and suffocated myself with the sand I had in my hotbar. And after getting my equipment back, I decided to change my plans. With all the time it took to just get a single stair, and the rest of the village being like 7 or 8 stairs away, I decided it wasn't worth the effort, and went back to exploring to try to find a village with a more accessible crafting table. However, those things are pretty rare, and after swimming around for a few thousand blocks, we did get a bunch of loot from shipwrecks, but unfortunately we still couldn't find a crafting table. So after getting scolded by my cat, I decided to stop the exploration there for the day and go to sleep. But in the middle of the night, I realized something. We did all of that for nothing. We don't need stairs, we don't need slabs, we don't need no creepers, none of that. Right now, with no extra items, we can just go back to the village and explore the rest of it. But how? The only blocks we have are a bunch of sand and 2 blocks of TNT that we can't even activate. So how can we climb up to the rest of the village? Well, the solution is actually pretty simple. Yup. Now, you might be thinking, hey, you literally jumped. That's an extra button, right? And no, my jump button is still unbound. But there's a feature all the way back from version 1.10 that you probably disabled as soon as it came out and forgot about its existence. The auto jump. When you turn it on, every time you walk towards the edge of a block, your character is automatically going to jump, even if your jump button is not bound. So by using that, we can completely fix our verticality issue without even having to set an extra button. And now that we have this extra mobility, we can clear the rest of the village. So we grab a bunch of bread from the chests, we loot the forge, oh, a saddle, that could actually be useful. And we finally find our crafting table. And the first thing we're gonna craft is more crafting tables, so we can slap them in our hotbar and craft things whenever we need. I also crafted 2 buckets on the way, so we can have a water bucket to interact with the world, and a lava bucket to use as a weapon. And as much of a usable weapon the lava bucket is, this is not what's gonna help us kill blazes. So the next step in our journey is to get a bow and some arrows, and for that we need a Fletcher. At first I thought of blowing up gravel with creepers so we can get flint to craft a fletching table. However, I quickly remembered that gravel can only drop flint if a player breaks it. And we can't do that. Thankfully though, we can also find flint in nether portal chests, so after quickly getting a bit more wood, it's time to go back to adventuring. I can use this creeper real quick. Nice. I just wanted to eat bread. Can we get some sticks? Ooh, that's pretty cool. What the hell are you guys doing here? What's that over there? Ooh. Obsidian, huge. Death Strider. Okay. Oops. Whoa, what? Oh, that was a drowned. Okay. I just realized we can farm food. Now that we have lava. We'll have a lot of iron. We can make some armor. Let's also craft a pair of shears so we can get wool. I'm getting tired of swimming. Okay, village. Oh my god. It killed a villager. Oh, it's the shepherd. And he has the wool trade, the white wool. That's kinda crazy. Let's get this pyramid real quick. Boop. Some gold. Some more gold. Gunpowder. And nothing. Let's get some wool for the shepherd. Shipwreck. Let's see what we got. Emeralds. I'll take it. Oh! Okay, can we get the flint? The answer is no. Bro. But I guess I don't have a lava bucket anymore. Run portal! And we got the flint! Woo! Alright, now that we have the flint, we can go back home. But on the way back, we find another village. And guess what? It has a Fletcher. So we craft a bow with the strings we got from killing spiders. We trade the villager for a few stacks of arrows. And now we have everything ready for the nether. But since we're going to need ender pearls afterwards, and we have some good villagers around, I decided to farm a few emeralds before going to the nether. The most interesting trades for us right now are clay, wool, and wheat. So we set up some clay spots to destroy with creepers, trade the wool we've been farming on the way with our shears, we take care of the wheat crops, find a perfectly normal house. What? Wow, cool house. Oh my god, I broke the door. We find an interesting villager. He clipped through the wall. Alright, the rotten flesh trade is... Don't open the door! It's so dumb! What the hell? And after blowing up a savannah house for wood... Click. That's a lot of wood. We start trading the cleric, and since we got a lot of gold from the shipwrecks and pyramids, that saves us a lot of farming, and after a few back and forth between the different villages to trade our items, we end up with 11 ender pearls. It's not quite enough for the whole game, but we can come back here later anyway, so I decided to build a nether portal nearby, and now let's finally go to the nether. We spawn in a soul sand valley, which is not my favorite biome because of the skeletons, so I tried to take a safer path. And since we had to go down a decent height, I decided to craft a boat to negate full damage. I don't have a dismount button. Okay, I'm not doing that ever again. And after a bit more walking around, we find the fortress. Now, since our only movement option is going forward, going up the fortress was a little bit annoying. Okay, please, tell me that's enough. Okay, we got it. And after immediately getting welcomed by a bunch of blazes, we quickly find the spawner room and start farming some blaze rods. Oh, I can turn off the fire. I don't really like those skeletons behind me. Let's make it safe. There we go. Boop. Boop. Okay, I think I have enough. Yeah, we can leave. Okay, now that we have enough rods, it's time to go back to the portal. So after getting trolled by auto jump a few times... auto jump almost killed me. Oh my god, auto jump, come on. Ah! What the hell? We make a few more painful bridges. Oh, come on. Wow, that was too thick. Oh my god. Please tell me I don't have to do bridges over the void anymore. And after throwing an ender pearl... Please tell me it lands properly. Okay. We go back to the overworld. Now, before going to the stronghold, we still need a few emeralds. So I used one more TNT to get a lot of wood. We make a Fletcher with the flint we got from the ruined portal, so we can trade that wood into emeralds. And after going back to the cleric, we got all the pearls we need. So we start following the eyes, and unfortunately, it leads us in the middle of an ocean. And since we still don't have access to the digging button, the only option I found is trying to find an entrance from an underwater cave. So I made a little base with a respawn point, crafted a bunch of doors, and started searching for the stronghold. Aw, come on. Have we got anything here? Oh, we can restore bubbles here. We don't have anything in here. Ouch. I think my armor broke. Huge. Okay. How? Okay, I think I have an idea. Okay. I need a crafting table so I can get my buttons. TNT. Button. Activate. Let's go! Alright, now that we're in the stronghold, we quickly find the portal room, blow up the spawner to stop it from spawning silverfish. We fill in the portal, and after setting up a little bed, we're ready to go. I just hope it's not gonna be an enclosed spawn. God damn it. I think the back is often not as heavy. So here, here. Please tell me this is getting me out of here. I want to die. Really? Oh, finally. Okay, it did use a lot of our explosives, but now we're ready for the final fight. So we set up the portal. Okay. And we should still have enough beds to one cycle, but since I had a bow, there was no reason to not destroy the crystals, so we start by doing that. Oh! I got it. And now we just have to wait for the dragon to perch, and let's finish the run. This was scuffed as hell, man. But we did it! Oh, this was so scuffed. So to answer our initial question, it took 2 buttons to beat Minecraft on a random seed. The use item / place block button and the move forward button. That's it! I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!